So welcome to the intersectionality score calculator. You may have heard of intersectionality, the theory that the overlap of various social identities such as race, gender and sexuality define your level of systemic oppression.
I think it speaks to the pathology of the radical left instantly.
But don't know how to compare your oppression with others. Now you can. I've been waiting for this day for so long. How oppressed am I? I want to find out. I need to know. I need to be able to compare my oppression to others so I can make them feel bad. For me.
They're absolutely incapable of viewing the world except through group identity terms.
Simply adjust the sliders below according to your identity factors to see your intersectionality score. Okay, at the moment, no intersectionality score. I've just got a question mark. See, we've got white, person of colour, straight, gay, male, female, cisgender, transgender, rich, poor, younger, older, able-bodied, disabled, Spanish first language, Spanish second language. Oh, right, okay. That's actually important because I live in Spain, so if I've come from abroad, that probably gives me more points. Born in Spain, born elsewhere. Okay, right, yeah, I see the point. More educated, less educated. Well, I think we know the answer to that. Not Christian, devout Christian. Not Muslim, devout Muslim. Not Jewish, devout Jewish. I think it's clear that there are no wrong answers here. I don't know how they work this out. There's no way of knowing. Let's go. White or a person of colour? Like, how much do I consider myself to be white or a person of colour? Well, if I'm going to be honest, I'm going to go white. I don't know that anyone in my ancestry is not white. But then, I don't know. I mean, didn't all humans come out of Central Africa, Sub-Saharan Africa? So I've got, people of colour somewhere in my heritage, probably. But I think I'll go white. I think most people would describe me as white. I've already got a result. So white, everything else halfway there. Your intersectionality score is 36. You are more privileged than 40% of others. Please give more to those less fortunate. Straight or gay? Well, I have to go straight here, I'm afraid. There we go, all the way. Or halfway. Let's see the difference anyway in the intersection. I'll go full straight. Oh my God, my intersectionality score has gone down. And I am now more privileged than 47% of others. So that's bad. Hang on, if I reduce straightness though. Hey, there you go. My intersectionality score's gone up by 1 point and I'm now only more privileged than 46% of others. So hang on. Does that mean I have to pay less tax than if I was completely straight?
And I got to his office fully prepared to suck his dick.
Male or female? Gonna have to be male. And, oh dear, it's gone down again. I'm now more privileged than 63% of people. All female. That's a lot better. You are more privileged than 38% of others. 63%. My goodness, that's important. Now, cisgender or transgender. Well, I've just said I'm male, so would I? Okay, right. So I might identify as male and be transgender because I was born female. But no, cisgender. Oh dear God, I'm now more privileged than 70% of others. Rich or poor? I guess poor, the most poor is like abject poverty, isn't it? Where you don't have money for food or drinking water. And then richest, well, it's like the richest billionaires in the world, isn't it? So probably somewhere in the middle. I guess there's probably, like all of Africa and large swathes of Asia are going to be poorer than me, aren't they? Probably a lot of South and Central America. Yeah, okay, so I guess we slide that up a bit. I'm more privileged than 74% of people. That means I walk down a road and 3 in 4 people are less privileged than me. Unless it's a street full of white, straight men who are middle class. Then I'm fine. Younger or older? I'm 30, so I guess I'm kind of younger. 19. Whoa, but I'm only more privileged than 72% of others. That's strange. So what happens there if you go up? I'm very old. Being old is more privileged. Being young is also not privileged. Being middle-aged, that's good. Able-bodied or disabled. Now, I did have an operation on my meniscus. I walk a bit funny now. Don't think I'd be called disabled for that though. So let's go full able-bodied meniscus. Meniscus is a minor issue, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. 78% of people are less fortunate than me. This is giving me a lot to think about. Spanish first language, Spanish second language. It's definitely my second language. 76, okay, we've gone down 2%. There are those 2% of people who are more privileged than me now. So fuck you. Born in Spain. Born elsewhere. I was born elsewhere. I'm an immigrant. So 70%, yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, because those 6% of people who were all the same as me but were born in Spain, you have no idea how hard it's been for me. More educated, less educated. Well, I did not finish university. I guess you've got to compare yourself to the whole world though, haven't you? So probably somewhere up there. Oh dear, this isn't good. I've lost 2% there of the advantage I was building up. Not Christian, devout Christian. Would that be good or bad? I don't know. I went to Catholic school, not practicing Christian. Leaning towards not Christian, but you know, a little bit. 70%. Has that gone down? Let's see how this affects it. Devout Christian. It's the same. Makes no difference. Makes no difference. Nothing? Oh, hang on. I'm down to 65 if I'm a little bit Christian. I'm very Christian. I'm more fortunate than 70% of people. Jesus Christ. Yet at the same time, if I go down that way, which I guess is where I am more or less, 63%. So being an atheist apparently is, or an agnostic is worse than being a Christian. Like, you're more oppressed apparently. I'm definitely not Muslim, and that has made me more privileged. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Devout Jewish. What's that done? 67. 70. Okay, so if I'm devout Jewish, well, I'm not Jewish, am I? So that's made me that's 74 in total. So let's see. 18 is I think my real score, more or less, which means that 74% of me of people are more privileged than me, are less privileged than me, and I need to therefore give up 74% of my wages to give to those people, I guess, or something like that. I guess that's the idea, isn't it? Let's see what you need to get like a perfect intersectionality score. So I know there are no right or wrong answers. We're all equal, but let's see if this helps. That helped quite a lot. 31% of people are more fortunate than me. Only 31% instead of 74% now. I'm now quite oppressed. All the way up there. 24, it's going down. I'm female. It's gone down again. Transgender. 19, it's gone down again. I'm extremely poor. Wow, that's getting better. Only 18% of people are more privileged than me, even though I'm a person of colour who's gay, female, transgender and poor. I guess I'm still pretty privileged. I'm very old. I'm guessing that's worse than being very young, no? Severely disabled. It's only gone down 1%. Come on. Spanish second language, born elsewhere, less educated. I'm guessing being a Muslim helps. It does. I'm up to 96. Devout Jewish. I've got up to 99. Only 8% of others are more privileged than me. Are less privileged than me. That's right. The only variable left is Christian. So it seems that if you put everything to the right, that helps, no? So let's go. Devout Christian. Uh-oh, I've gone down. It's now back up to 14%. And I'm down to 96. 14% of people are less fortunate than me. if I slip that down to atheist, full atheist, not Christian, but I am a devout Muslim and a devout Jew, I'm on 100! But hang on, you are more privileged than 7% of others, but I got 100%. Person of colour is gay, female, transgender, poor, old, disabled, speaking my second language, born in another country, have no education. I'm not a Christian, which is good, and I'm a devout Jewish Muslim. What more do they want? I still have to give up some of my privileges. What can I say? I've done all I can.
You know, and so if someone comes out and disagrees with them, then they have to characterize them by their fundamental group attribute, whatever that happens to be. Maybe it's gender, because that's a favorite, or maybe it's race. And so angry white men, young, there we go, sexist, ageist, and racist all at once, right? They're angry, young, white men. Well, it has to be that way if you're going to play the leftist game, because that's the only way that you can look at the world. And then if you can't make your opponent reprehensible in some manner, and it's strange that they would attempt to make them reprehensible on the grounds of race, age, and sex, since that's precisely what they stand against, hypothetically. But if you can't make your enemy reprehensible along some dimension, then you have to contend with them seriously.